tears glow between my tired fingertips. A bitter draft of silver tracing across my lips. The skyline huddles low beneath a heavy shroud, while silence settles thick and speaks his name aloud. I watch the gray trails uncoil and lose their shape. A phantom ladder climb for a desperate escape. Every vow we traded in this hollow chest of stone has curdled into shadows, leaving me alone. Thin white ghosts are climbing toward the black. Once they drift away, they never wander back. The city holds its breath beneath the iron sky, watching every swan devotion bleed out and die. The cobblestones are waiting for a different tread. The ink is drying fast on everything we said. I stir the cooling ashes of a kingdom built on sand, feeling every empire slipping through my hand. The dawn is crouching somewhere past the industrial grime, polishing the edges of a sharper blade of time. Sun white will be a gavel crashing on the floor, and I won't recognize the woman standing by the door. Thin white ghosts are climbing toward the black. Once they drift away, they never wander back. The city holds its breath beneath the iron sky, watching every swan devotion bleed out and die. They drift away, they never wander back. The city holding breath beneath the iron sky, watching every swan devotion bleed out and die. The feathers on my spine turn black as coal. I traded paradise to lose control. Through Birmingham soot and copper air, found sanctuary in deep despair. Sure, though heaven turned when I crossed. kites recall the gravel beats, lights, hollow call. They call it sin to break false vows. No halo shine on brows right now. I saw angels trade their grace while sinners shed with hungry face. My ink skin keeps me earthbound where true devotion's only sound. The currency of blood is gold so pure. A shadow handshake keeps us sure. Though heaven turned when I crossed line, a brother's silence tastes divine. More than a kiss that sold the throne is iron bound when brothers own. Cut holy ties, burn white lace. This cursed place has dark grace. Let church bells toll for others' pride. Ghosts of the strong walk by my side. No crown spot and no haze's grace. Just kin's hand crewmates we face. The currency of blood is gold so pure. A shadow handshake keeps us sure. Though heaven turned when I crossed line, a brother's silence tastes divine. More than a kiss that sold the throne is iron bound when brothers own. The street lamps choke on charcoal breath while I shake the stardust from my jagged ribs. The pavement hides a jagged sword of death beneath the velvet hem of silver fibs. No gale can sweep this heavy weight away. It settles like a debt upon the stones. The guilty and the holy start to pray when iron feathers rattle in my bones. The razor hides beneath the silken sleeve. The cobblestones are drinking up the stains. It is so easy for the blind to disbelieve when winter marrow flows inside their veins. This gray shroud is a sanctuary for the blade, a hollow grace for every sin we have designed. The light has been quite carefully delayed, leaving all the carnage far behind. I watch the heavy vapor turn to gold, where the blood and gin begin to twist. The only truth that ever will be told is written by the killers in the mist. A copper coin for eyes that cannot see, the ledger balanced in a shadow trench. I traded heaven for this company and learned the language of the shipyard stench. There is a dignity in how the hammer falls, without the prying gaze of any sun. Silence climbs the soot-encrusted walls long before the wicked deeds are done. The razor hides beneath the silken sleeve. The cobblestones are drinking up the stains. It is so easy for the blind to disbelieve when winter marrow flows inside their veins. This gray shroud is a sanctuary for the blade, a hollow grace for every sin we have designed. The light has been quite carefully delayed, leaving all the carnage far behind. I watch the heavy vapor turn to gold, where the blood and gin begin to twist. The only only truth that ever will be told is written by the killer in the mist.
The copper sign hangs heavy on the rusted gate, where fortune offers honey, then delivers hate. I walked the pavement till my heels began to bleed, sewn in the gutter like a desperate seed. The brickwork has a memory of the hands it broke, a heavy debt wrapped inside a silver cloak. You came for diamonds, but you traded in your name. The alleyways are masters of this crooked game. They told me if I bartered, well, I'd own the sky, but the tally man is coming for a piece of my eye. The sidewalk keeps a ledger of the men who fell, and the city is the devil in a tailored shell. This gray shroud is a permanent skin, hiding where the mercy ends and the sins begin. She promises the world, then she asks for your soul, dragging every dreamer down a bottomless hole. The vapor won't part for the weak or the brave, just another cobblestone on an unmarked grave. I saw the merchant trading secrets for a breath, a dirty bargain in a corridor of death. Every corner holds a ledger of a quiet ghost, the ones who thought they finally reached the coast. But the water's mud of lead and the air is thick, the engine of the empire is a rhythmic trick. A lady in a satin gown with dirt on her palms, offering a hungry son poisonous arms. They told me if I borrowed, well, I'd own the sky, but the tally man is coming for a piece of my eye. The sidewalk keeps a ledger of the men who fell, and the city is the devil in a tailored shell. This gray shroud in a permanent skin, hiding where the mercy ends and the sins begin. She promises the world, then she asks for your soul, dragging every dreamer down a bottomless hole. Vapor won't part for the weak or the brave, just another cobblestone on an unmarked grave. velvet curtains pulled back for the king. I traded solid ground for a diamond ring. Every shadow bowed low when I paced the hall.
I built the ceiling high just to crown my fall. Now the silence is heavy as a gilded chain in a dry glass of vintage champagne. I climb the ladder till the rungs turn to dust, polishing the metal while the heart inside would rust. The names in my ledger are ghosts in the light who lend me their souls just to survive the night. I won every battle and I scorched the field, only to find there is nothing left to yield. Take the ivory keys and the master key, unlock the vaults and set the monster free. The view from the summit is a freezing gray, where the sun never rises and the debts never pay. I am the architect of a hollow state, sovereign of a garden at the cemetery gate. Recognizing the truth beneath the clever lies. The empire is wide, but the bed is so small. Writing my regrets on a marble wall. I have the world in the palm of my hand, but it sifts through my fingers like desert sand. Take the ivory keys and the master key, unlock the vaults and set the monster free. The view from this planet is a freezing gray, where the sun never rises and the debts never pay. I am the architect of a hollow state, sovereign of a garden at the cemetery gate. The cobblestones are counting every breath, collecting all the shadows that we shed. This narrow lane is older than our death. It keeps a ledger of the things we said. Concrete has a memory like a scar. It drinks the heavy spill of every shoe. It knows exactly who and where you are, and how the evening lost its hold on you. This hollow ground holds tight to every day. It hoards the bitter silence of the past. No pardon for a single cold regret. No mercy for the spells that didn't last. The street refuses to forget a face. It traps the ghost of every wrong design. There is no absolution in this place, only the cold, hard gravity of the line. The street lamps burn like eyes that never blink, watching all the strangers drift away. The pavement doesn't stop to even think. It just records the price we had to pay. 1,000 souls are pressed against the brink, leaving stains that water cannot clean. The irony of time is playing slick, painting over all that might have been. Silence of a task, no pardon for a single cold regret, no mercy for the spells that didn't last. This truth refuses to forget a face, it traps the ghost of every wrong design. There is no absolution in this place, only the cold hard gravity of the line. The amber glass leans hard against my palm, the only truthful witness in the stillness of the room. A liquid fire that promises no harm, unlike the jagged edges of a man who left too soon. It takes a steady hand to pour a debt, to watch the spirit swirling in the hollow of the night. It has no tangled secrets to regret, it does not shift its shadow in the fading of the light. The air is heavy with the weight of spoken lies, but this golden heat is never clad in the disguise. It cuts a path right through the bitter core, a singular survival when you're knocking on the floor. So raise the crystal high above the ghost of us, to every hollow promise and the crumbling of trust. A toast to all the wreckage that the morning won't reclaim, to everything forgotten and the burning of the name. It washes clean wherever it may flow, a final salute to the things that had to go. The door is locked against the velvet street, where strangers trade their copper words for something half sincere. But here the clarity is bittersweet. Bottom of the bottle is the only thing that's clear. I used to think the warmth was found in skin, but blood is just a vessel for a temporary grace. This stinging medicine is where I begin to scrug a lingering memory of your weary face. The air is heavy with the weight of spoken lies, but this golden heat is never clad in the skies. It cuts a path right through the bitter core, a singular survival when you're knocking on the floor. So raise a crystal high above the ghost of us, things that had to go. The silver needle bites the silk tonight, the final stitch before the fabric tears. I pour the smoke into a crystal glass and watch the heavy velvet climb the stairs. The Cali man is resting by the gate with copper coins to settle every debt. But here the brass is warm against the palm, a golden secret we haven't tasted yet. We waltz along the tooth of every blade. The gravity is pulling at our heels. The hollow in the chest is where we hide, the iron turning of the heavy wheels. The barrel of the moon is level low between the shoulder blades of luck and sin. We are the shadows dancing on the ledge before the morning lets the slaughter in. Your hands are stained with charcoal and with coal. The ledger shows the profit and the loss, but music doesn't care for what we owe or who will carry out the splintered cross. The empire is a house of brittle bone, wrapped in a coat of finest midnight wool. We drink until the bitter cup is dry and lean into the tide's relentless pull. There is a hammer striking in the dark, a rhythm born of industry and hate. But pull the trigger of the cello bow and make the executioner wait. We waltz along the tooth of every blade. The gravity is pulling at our heels, but hollow in the chest is where we hide, the iron turning of the heavy wheels. The barrel of the moon is level low between the shoulder blades of luck and sin. We are the shadows dancing on the ledge before the morning lets the slaughter in. The gravity is pulling at our heels. The hollow in the chest is where we hide, the iron turning of the heavy wheels. The barrel of the moon is level low between the shoulder blades of luck and sin. We are the shadows dancing on the ledge before the morning lets the slaughter in. The clock on the wall holds its breath in the air. The ink on the page dries so cold and so bare. You straighten your collar and smooth out your sleeve, a promise too grand for your heart to believe. The parlor is heavy with cedar and smoke, a bargain so tight like a velvet cloak joke. Your fingers, they tremble beneath the brass light, but his hands are as cool as the dead of the night. No brimstone, no charcoal, no hoofbeats around. the silver and dread. As you count all the fortunes that dance in your head, he offers a chair and a glass of the old, with a smile so calm and a heart so cold. The fine print, it flickers like dust in the glow, but you see only crowns in a row after row. The silence hangs thick like a rope on the tree, as you trade all your mercy for what you can't see. The mirrors are cloudy, but you see your name written in glory and dripping with fame. His suit is so fine and his voice soft and kind, like a father who's claiming a child left behind. I watched on the shadows near the Grand Old Bride, as the master of darkness reached out in the night. No thunder, no roaring, just 5 fingers tight. The door swings wide open for your soul's delight. The price seems so small, like a spark in the sun, for a kingdom of gold and the battles of won. But the grip of the merchant won't loosen or yield when you sign away hope in a high-stakes deal. He stacked the heavy white stones beneath the dirt to reach the height where the thin air starts to hurt. Constructed a throne from the hollow in the cold, trading the warmth for a scepter made of gold. Now the foundation is settling in the deep, on top of the names he didn't care to keep. A skyscraper built on a silent gallery. The cost of the view was a brutal salary. He laid the bricks with a heavy iron hand across the reach of a desolated land. But looking down from the balcony of his pride, he finds the doors have all been locked from the inside. The floorboards are humming, a dissonant sound, a rattle that rises up from the ground. The chandelier sway with a strange design to the slow decay of his grand outline. He is waltzing through the hollow halls tonight, spinning in my pale and ghosted light. Every step is a strike against the floor, beneath the dust and the heavy marble door. He twirls upon the wreckage of the spent, a canyon side, a skeletal monument, dancing on the empire tamed in the quiet where a melody is stained. He pours the wine, but the glass is full of sand. A barren map held tight in a shaking hand. He used to measure his worth by the towering height. Now he just measures the shadows of the night. The architecture of a violent sudden climb is crumbling in the gears of wasted time. There is no audience left to watch the show, just the cold remains in the dark below. He He polishes the crowns that have lost their shine, while the structural integrity starts to decline. The penthouse is a cage with a silver key, and the music is the requiem for his dynasty. The floorboards are humming a dissonant sound, a battle that rises up from the ground. The chandelier sway with a strange design to the slow decay of his grand outline. He is waltzing through the hollow halls tonight, spinning in the pale and ghosted light. Every step is a strike against the floor, beneath the dust and the heavy marble floor. He twirls upon the wreckage of the spent, a king inside a skeletal monument, dancing on the empire he attained. It's a choir where the melody is staying. Heavy on my woolen coat, the tens hide secrets that refuse to float. I watch the halo breaking, gin so old, tracing every crack of sins untold. There's marks in my book no saint can see, of hollow vows and silent greed. The stones echo steps of cruel intent, where gallows stand as fate's instrument. I saw the ledger burning, counting halls. Shadows of giants climb the walls. My wings lie deep beneath the floor, next to a handle that works no more. My jaw stays shut like vaults sealed tight, while alley poisons brew at night. You buy men's faith with coins so few, but not the silence kept from you. The crown's cold and the throne black gold. I see kings drowning, bankrupt souls. I'm shadow's witness, ghost in flame, who stood upright when gravity came. Call it a fall or planned descent. My vision grows as others spent. The skyline's bones I used to know. I am the fire's burning glow. Don't beg for mercy when bets are done. I've outrun time and fear outrun. There's bullets here with names concealed, for those who fell or wounds revealed. The city ticks with crime and lies. I'm lone hand moving as time dies. My feathers edge but stance like golden tales, where endings were also the crown.